most of you probably heard by now, FireEye was in the news late last week about being breached. They did a very good job at explaining what happened. There's been multiple town halls. You can probably find the videos all over the internet at this point. So the most interesting thing about this is, and why the security industry isn't throwing too many stones, usually when there's a vendor that messes up, everyone's really game to start throwing stones and say, well, they suck, or whatever. But Solarwinds was breached. We all know that. But Solarwinds is installed on a server and enterprise network. In enterprise networks, you have companies like Microsoft Defender, you have Carbon Black, CrowdStrike, you name it, pick any endpoint. They're all installed alongside that Solarwinds server that was compromised. So no one else in the industry was able to find this until FireEye realized that they were breached and they were able to trace it back to Solarwinds. So I think that's a really important thing. I think FireEye did a really good job. If you look at all the cybersecurity companies that are out there, they're on top of their game, and no one can dispute that. No, I mean, the U.S. Department of Treasury was breached. There's been multiple government agencies supposedly that have been breached. Again, we don't know the whole fallout yet. They're just still researching it right now. Well, FireEye got pulled into it because, of course, they were breached, but then they figured out that it was SolarWinds that was breached, and that's what actually created the whole incident. So FireEye then notified SolarWinds. SolarWinds then notified all the customers. So FireEye's red teaming tools were stolen. So the tools that they use to do pen tests and things like that against other customers. As far as we know, FireEye's confirmed that there's been no customer data that was stolen. No, I think they did an amazing job communicating. They've actually got a lot of praise from the cybersecurity community and other communities as well. The way they handled this breach, handled all the notifications, turning around the IOCs to everybody to protect themselves, I think was a huge thing, and they did an amazing job.